Hey everybody, hello, Jackie here. Great to see you, whether you're watching on YouTube or Instagram. I'm super excited to be here with you today because for the first time in 6 years, I've actually picked up my paintbrushes and I'm going to start painting again. And I thought I'd share with you how I start actually composing a painting from scratch, okay? So starting with a blank canvas, and please come out and let me know if you're here. If you're on Instagram, come and say hi. I think I can see, is it Jess there? Hello, hi there. So anyway, so it's a bit of a story. So back in March, I got really sick and I was in bed, like I felt like sleeping for 3 weeks, and I was exhausted, I was burnt out, and I was done. And anyway, so what happens that a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking, wouldn't it be awesome to receive a bunch of yellow flowers? Because yellow flowers are my favorite flowers. And anyway, so a couple of weeks later, my girls for Mother's Day gave me a bunch of yellow flowers. And as I was sitting in front of these yellow flowers the other week, I thought, wouldn't it be awesome to paint these flowers? And I have not had that thought in such a long time, probably 6 years it's been since I've actually had that thought. So I thought, I'm going to get stuck into painting again because I've got a master's degree in art and majoring in silkscreen printing. I've sold artwork all over the world. I've had exhibitions in Europe and Australia, and I've won prizes, and I've sold some artwork to a very notorious Australian businessman a long time ago as well. So it really was time just to pick up the brushes and get stuck into doing what I love, and that's painting. So today I'm going to share with you how to get started, how you would actually start to map out this on the blank canvas. So what I'm going to do, I've got my paints here. It's called Burnt Umber, this one. So I've got some of this in just a top of a jar lid. Sometimes I use a ice cream lid to do this. And I've just got a bit of terps in my jar as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm dipping my brush in the terps. I'm just going to mix up some of the terps just with this oil paint, this brown color. And it doesn't really matter what color you use, okay? As long as it's something that I normally use like a blue or a brown or something that is just going to be like an undercolor, okay? And we're just going to start mapping out on the canvas exactly where everything should go. So I've got my drawing here. So now there's no right or wrong way to be doing this. You've got to be doing whatever works for you, all right? So I'm going to start with the middle sunflower. So I'm going to sort of basically put that there. And then I'm going to come down. I've got this other big shape here, which is the other sunflower. So it's going to be over here. Okay. And then I've got this other shape over here as well. You can see that. So I'm going to put that up in there. That's going to go there. And then I've got another one that's over here. Another flower, so that's where it's going to go. And then I've got this really big, I think it's a chrysanthemum or a disbud, I think. So I'm going to put that, that's going to be over here on the edge. And I sort of like my paintings to be sort of a bit more exuberant and more sort of over the top and look like exploding flowers. Okay, so you can see this is just, I'm just going to pick up a bit more of the terps. You can see that in the lid there, that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to pick a bit more of that up. You're really just mapping out where you want everything to go. So that's going to go there. And then I've got a couple more flowers. There's 5 little flowers in here. So I'm going to say put one there, one here, here, and here. If you want to do this in pencil, that is completely fine. Okay, you can get a pencil and draw on here, but I find that I end up doing this process anyway after I've done the pencil. And then I've got this other really big chrysanthemum down the bottom down here, so I'm going to put it down here. Pick up some more terps and paint. And then I've got another flower down the bottom down here. Now it's going to go down here, just like that. Whoops, you can't see that. And then I've got a whole bunch of leaves here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour a bit more of my terps into the lid. And I'm just going to grab some more of that paint and just mix it up inside there as well. So it's just a watery wash is really what you want for it. And then what I'm going to do, so the leaves are going to come out here and here, and I'm going to have more leaves just here, here, and then there's going to be a bit of a big leaf just there. Whoops, I'll put that down so you can see, and that's going to be there. And then I've got more sort of foliage up in here, so there's going to be more foliage here, and I've got more leaves in here as well. And there's a few more flowers there as well. So I'm going to put, there's going to be flowers here and a flower there. And then we've got a few more flowers up in that part in there. So I'm just going to map out, there's more flowers going here. So there's nothing really scientific about this, okay? It's just really just mapping out where exactly you want to put everything onto the canvas, and then I'll start fleshing it out. And then we've got some more foliage coming up here, so then I'll have some foliage here. And there's more foliage over here, so I will put more leaves over here. So, and there's a bit more in there as well. More foliage. And then, yeah, so pretty much I've just mapped out where all the objects of the photo, this is the photo of the bouquet of flowers that my girls gave me. I've just mapped out where they're all going on their canvas. So it's really that simple just to get started. And then there's no vases or anything in this, so basically I'm just looking down onto the bouquet. So what I'll start to do now, I will now start to get a little more detailed. What I'll do now is actually start to get the centers of the flowers. I'll start working on those, and then I'll start building it out like that. So I'm going to stop this video right here, okay? And I will be back another day to show you the next stage of this painting. And also don't forget, if you wish to follow me on Instagram as well, I'm Jackie Williams _artist. And I've also got a YouTube account as well. So just Google Jackie Williams, and I'm JACQUI Williams. So come on over and follow me, and I'll be sharing more about, so you can watch the progress about how a painting is actually being created. But this is how you start, okay? Really, really simple. Just pick up a paintbrush, grab yourself some oil paints. That's what I use, oil paints. You'll need, I can show you my box of oil paints here. This is my box full of paints, okay? You can just start with really basic paints. You don't need flash paints. These ones here, this is a cheap brand, okay? You can start with that. I use Artist Quality paints though. I use Art Spectrum paints. They're really good, but seriously, you don't need anything flash to get started. And then I've just got my paintbrushes here in a jar, and I've got my Terps here. And then I've also got my brand new palette because I threw my old one out because I didn't think I was going to be painting again. So I've got a brand new palette, but you can just use, like I said, I used to use like an ice cream container top, a lid, the underside of the ice cream lid. If you want to put your paints in that, you don't need to buy a fancy palette. You use a piece of wood if you want to, okay? Doesn't really matter. So as long as you get access to the paint, and you also need a rag, and I'm going to go grab a tea towel right now. Alrighty, chat to you soon. I hope you enjoy this, and come back and we'll see the next stage of the painting. Bye.